Hey everyone, welcome back to Edgeverse. Or if you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we're diving deep into fascinating science topics like this one today. Imagine this. It's 1997, and world chess champion Garry Kasparov is locked in an intense rematch against IBM's supercomputer, Deep Blue. Over 6 grueling games, Kasparov loses, the first time a machine beats a reigning champion under tournament rules. But afterward, he makes a bold claim. It wasn't just about raw computing power. Humans get mentally exhausted after hours of intense focus, while computers don't. They never tire. That moment sparked a huge question in science. Is mental fatigue, that foggy, exhausted feeling in your brain after a long day of thinking hard, actually real? And more importantly, can we measure it objectively, without just asking someone, "Hey, are you tired?" Today, we're breaking down the latest research on mental fatigue, what it really is, why it happens, how we can detect it with cutting-edge tech, and why it's a bigger deal than ever, especially with millions dealing with brain fog after COVID. Stick around, because by the end, you'll understand why your brain gets tired and how to fight back. Let's jump in. First off, what exactly is mental fatigue? You know that feeling, after hours of studying, working on a tough project, or even scrolling endlessly, where your brain just feels sluggish? Decisions get harder, focus slips, and you lack motivation to keep going. That's mental fatigue, a drop in cognitive performance from prolonged mental effort. It's not the same as being sleepy, not boredom, and definitely not just laziness or depression. Mental fatigue hits even when you're wide awake and motivated at the start. Rhetorical question: have you ever felt sharp in the morning but totally drained by afternoon, even after coffee? That's it. Now, why does this happen? Modern science points to something called the metabolic accumulation theory. Basically, your brain is like a high-performance engine. When you push it hard, thinking deeply, solving problems, it produces waste products, just like muscles build up lactate during a workout. Key culprits: glutamate, the main excitatory neurotransmitter, builds up and becomes toxic in high amounts. Adenosine piles up. Even beta amyloid, the protein linked to Alzheimer's, accumulates when you're awake and active. These wastes impair how your neurons fire, especially in the prefrontal cortex, the boss of your brain that handles planning, decision-making, and self-control. Dopamine drops too, killing your motivation. It's your brain's way of saying, "Hey, slow down. I need a break to clean house." And here's the mind blow. Mental fatigue isn't a weakness. It's a protective mechanism. Evolutionarily, it forces us to rest, preventing permanent damage, just like physical fatigue stops you from running forever. Fast forward to today, we can finally measure this objectively. No more relying on shaky self-reports like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how tired is your brain? The gold standard? EEG, electroencephalography. It tracks brain waves, and when you're mentally fatigued, theta and alpha waves spike dramatically. Studies show algorithms can classify fatigue versus alert states with 97 to 98% accuracy, sometimes detecting changes in just 13 seconds. Signs often appear after 15 to 30 minutes of hard mental work. Another cool one, eye tracking. Your eyes betray fatigue fast. Saccades, those quick-eye jumps, slow down, peak velocity drops. Detectable in under 30 minutes, and super practical for real-world use. Other tools: heart rate variability decreases, inflammatory markers rise in blood, even cortisol patterns shift. And wearables are making this real. EEG headsets, eye-tracking glasses. Imagine your smartwatch alerting you. Brain fatigue detected. Take a break. This is huge for pilots, surgeons, drivers, preventing errors when cognition dips. Now, why is this exploding in research? Post-COVID brain fog. Millions still struggle with persistent mental exhaustion, poor concentration, memory issues, classic mental fatigue, but chronic. Studies show 20 to 30% of survivors deal with cognitive symptoms months later, from lingering inflammation, viral remnants, mitochondrial issues disrupting energy, or poor waste clearance. It highlights how mental fatigue can turn pathological if the brain can't recover properly. So what's the best fix? Sleep. Hands down. During deep sleep, your brain's glymphatic system kicks into high gear, like a garbage truck flushing out all that glutamate, adenosine, beta amyloid. No pill beats quality sleep for resetting your brain. Looking ahead, better biomarkers, maybe blood tests, brain stimulation, cognitive training, smarter competition formats in chess or esports that account for human limits. Kasparov's point is proven. Mental fatigue is real, measurable, and protective. But now we can monitor it, manage it, and even prevent disasters. So what about you? Ever pushed through mental fatigue and regretted it? Drop a comment below, share your stories. And if this blew your mind, like the video, subscribe for more science breakdowns, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching. Get some good sleep tonight. See you next time.